of Lamentations of the Flame Princess, the crazy weird game where you die by having sex with witches. So
I mean, it's not that crazy.
that's true. That's pretty tame.
Not that any of us would do that.
No, that's not us. I'm just saying that. I'm just speaking in generals. Okay. So we come back with the pale lady returning to the throne room, and when she returns to the throne room, the water that makes the chair, like when she left, it turned back into just like a waterfall going down. But then when she returns into the room, it like starts forming a chair again. By the way, just a quick little vignette.
Okay.
She shows up and she starts walking over to the chair and she's like, or her throne, and it's like, so let's go see the words of creation. Are you still sure that's what you want?
Yes, the pact was made.
More than anything.
Just a silent nod from Brett.
Okay, so we are going to go. Oh boy. Okay. No problem. No problem at all. So you're going to get taken through a couple other rooms on the way over there, right? So you're going to go past what looks to be like a very like it just seems to be a room with nothing in it except for a very like eldritch-looking mirror that you guys just walk by. It almost looks like this mirror, instead of giving a reflection though, like in the glass, it has some sort of like demonic multi-headed dragon in it, with like several rows of teeth and eyes that seem to be like transposed and overlaid, and it just seems to watch you guys and blink, but doesn't do anything as you guys keep going, right? You guys pass through a laboratory. And in this laboratory, like just glancing around real quick, you see a bunch of like various little golden mechanical devices laying around. Some sort of like amulet, like sitting on a desk. That seems to be like the most like thing of note in this room. But then we go into the cube room. This is it's a very dark room. But in this room, you see a stone cube, 12 cubic feet in size, surrounded with a perfect ring of salt. All right. This stone is just. It looks to be like stainless steel. I guess would be the best analog. However, it's not. It's probably like almost black. It's a material. If you ever heard of it, it'd be like adamantium, right? Like it would be like a if your character would know what that is, then it would know. But it just looks to be like flawless, almost otherworldly metal.
Yeah, and in a time where flawless.
Yeah.
Craftsmanship, especially of that size.
Yeah. Oh yeah. It is utterly, without a doubt, the most insane work of craftsmanship you've seen from just like a rare element, right? Put into a specifically exact perfect cube. And the Pale Lady mentions again about like this is where the words of creation are stored. They were written by Hephaestus to hide the secrets of the gods after man stole fire. Now, you might be wondering how you get into this. How you can find the words of creation. Well, follow me. And she leads you to another part of this room. Like the only part of this room that's not dominated by this cube. And she gestures to one of you to grab a container of salt, which is like nearby. And,
Elizabeth grabs it.
Okay, and the Pale Lady leaves the room for a second and comes back quickly with holding an amulet. And she tells you to stand together and to form a circle of salt around you guys. So like one circle for the whole party.
Okay.
Elizabeth does so.
And then what?
What?
I
You do so?
I mean, I wanted to
Basically-
ask more questions. But
Okay. Yeah, no, you can. You can ask, like, so what is this about?
Yeah. So what are you gonna do?
Well, this is how you enter the cube.
Wait. We're going to enter the cube.
Yes,
What?
that is
Like-
where the words of creation are.
What's the amulet for?
It's how you get in, silly.
And we're going to be able to get back out, right?
Oh, yes.
Are you coming with us?
No, not at all. This is what you traded for.
Can we maybe do the amulet thing and not? Have
Oh,
do it?
you're. I'm not doing it. Oh no, I'm not doing this. This is you. I'm just telling you the tricks that you need. Once you are inside, once you're inside the cube to get out, all you must do is do the same thing that you did to get in. You must break the amulet.
Must we all enter?
No.
Are there any among us who wish to stay outside? I, of course, am going. Sister
Unless you-
Elizabeth. Yeah, Sister Elizabeth is like extremely, like, kind of putting herself at the front of the group. Like she's going.
Yeah.
She's just too excited about these God words.
Right, she's honestly like she's too excited to question us.
All right.
What are we
This is without a doubt. This is the description of, like, you know, exactly what the abbess said. Like, it's a sheet of thing that God hid the words of creation in. Like, this fits the bill.
Yeah. What are we expecting to find inside? Like, is there anything guarding the words or things? Because you acted like we shouldn't want to go in there.
She laughs. She laughs like, there are no guardians inside this. This was hidden from everybody. But yes, this is not for the faint of heart.
Have you been inside?
Yes.
Do you know the words then?
Yes.
But could you not simply give them to us?
She laughs and it's like, you. She
That's not
looks
how
at you.
magic works.
She looks at you. You know, like you would like a puppy who just like did like a, you know, and it's like, that's cute. like you have a lot to learn.
All right. So
They cannot be taught. Like, they cannot be taught that way.
do we want to all do the thing? So hopefully at least one of us lives through it.
I
Or
think-
do we just
I think Britt's gonna go. Because, I mean, at least if she dies or goes crazy, I have Fabian hiding in a storeroom.
God, get the word. We can't give it back to the church.
All right. So, God, are we all going then?
Should we maybe leave someone outside? Like Bartelm? Or maybe Conrad, I don't know.
Bartom is willing to stay outside.
All right.
I feel like we need to have at least one sane person to guide us out if this drives us all insane.
All right. That's
Bartom will stay outside.
Oh, sweet
Right,
summer
Bartel.
child.
whatever you do, don't have sex with the pale lady.
Never had, you know, never seen a real winter. So, are we all doing it?
Except for Bartelm, yeah.
Except for Bartelm.
He's
God,
the
now I
way.
don't know whether it's safer to be outside or inside.
Right? I don't know.
I'm just asking. I'm just clarifying to make sure I know what's.
I
Okay.
know, but this game.
Bartom is staying outside, but he draws a circle of salt around himself separate from the party.
Okay. That's. The pale lady leaves the room.
Oh gosh.
And she told us what to do?
Yeah, to break the once the circle is there, break the amulet, and how to get back is you break the amulet again.
I think Britt does.
The amulet that you're holding in your hands looks like there's a it looks to be like it was broken before. Like, but it seems
Okay.
to be like sealed together again. Like it seems like there's like a crack in the middle running right through it.
Well, sister, you want to see the words, don't you?
What words?
The words
Break the amulet, we'll find him.
Yeah, she looks back and she like takes her one hand holding the amulet and the other, and she clutches her crucifix tightly, and then she reaches for the amulet and snaps it.
Okay. So this is how many people are going into the cube?
Three.
It's just three,
There's
right?
Britt, Conrad, and Elizabeth.
Britt, Conrad, and Elizabeth. So Britt, Conrad, and Elizabeth. This is what you see. You guys you blink and you are immediately inside a 10 by 10 foot room, and burned all over the inside of these walls. Just like seems like repeated over and over again, almost like glowing. Like you cannot escape this. These like divine words, and mechanically you all learn protection from evil from the cleric spell list.
Oh, wow, cool.
You know how to cast it.
I already knew how to cast it.
Cleric. Let me see. I think clerics get something different. Actually, 1 second.
It's fine if they don't. Elizabeth will just take it as.
So here's what happens. You guys all mechanically would earn 5% more experience from now on, and you would also immediately level up due to your increased understanding of all non-magic classes gain 1 level from their increased understanding of the world. Elves, clerics, and mages gain a different benefit. Any affected cleric can now always substitute 1 memorized spell for that spell.
Oh, wow.
So now you can always basically swap whatever spell you memorized for protection from evil.
Okay,
That's cool.
That's like the perk.
but I don't gain a level.
No. Magic users can always use any of their first level spell slots to memorize that cleric spell, even without a spell book. They can't write it down in the spell book, and they also can't teach it to others. Elves gain that ability, that same ability as a wizard, but they can grant that ability to others to cast. All right.
Okay. So basically,
there's another thing in this room though.
Okay.
There is a white, like a bleached white skeleton with long white hair clutching a broken amulet in this room.
Interesting.
Like very, very long white hair.
Is the amulet in Elizabeth's hands, is it still broken, or has it been made whole?
It's made whole again.
Can I loot the body?
The only thing here is literally just the broken amulet.
That's all she has on her? Like,
yes.
Searching to whatever. Like, is she naked too?
Yeah. Like there were no items around. It's just a skeleton in a corner, and like in the wrist part is the amulet, the same exact amulet that you have.
Huh.
There's no clothing?
No.
Nothing?
She
Nothing.
doesn't wear clothes.
Well, if it's the same person.
It's the same person.
These people not.
So we didn't actually find the words, right?
No, you found the words of creation. That's what the wallpaper of this 10 by 10 foot room is. It's just words over and over again.
So basically the idea is we're going to break this amulet.
Oh, the Circle of Salt also followed you, by the way. It's in that room.
Okay.
Don't leave.
Is she in a circle of salt?
Yes.
So it doesn't matter.
I mean,
Well, it may
maybe
matter.
it does.
I mean, I think the idea is we're going to break this amulet again, and we're going to die here, but we're also going to come back somehow.
So you're going to break the amulet?
I mean, we're talking about it.
We're discussing the possibility.
I mean, the thing... maybe we should cast protection from evil first, and then break the amulet. I don't know. Because we gotta come back. And she obviously came back.
In one form
I mean,
or
did
another.
she?
I mean, something that looks like her is there.
And if we find ourselves having to eat white flowers for the rest of our days,
Well, you know what? There's a whole land of white flowers right here. I don't know. I mean, we can't stay in this 10 by 10 room forever.
one way or another, you're right. We have to break the amulet and leave. The only question is there anything? Is there any preparations?
I think I want to cast the spell the one that I know is going to protect us from evil. If nothing else, it might do something. Are we all of an accord?
Yeah.
So you're gonna cast
It only works on me, though? Is that like it's a one target spell?
If it's as the spell, you could touch it on someone else.
Okay.
Yeah, that's fine.
So hold on. So
So,
I think I misspoke about the words of creation. It's only magic users gain that cleric spell. Non-magic users level up.
I see.
All right. Well, there's 3 of us and one of.
So, do we want to cast the spell on somebody, or do we want to just...
Okay, so Elizabeth looks at you all.
Crack the glow stick.
She says, one of us must
Thank
certainly
you for that.
survive to carry on the words.
All right.
I
you
will
do?
speak bravely of your sacrifice.
But listen, maybe we're coming with you. Don't speak too soon.
No, I'm sure you're correct. I'm sure we will all be fine. I just want to
I
let you...
think Brett's, like, doing...
All right, let's do this.
Okay, she's gonna... I will swap my spell... Well, I'll cast Protection from Evil on myself.
Okay, you cast protection of evil on yourself.
And it does nothing. It won't
And
help.
do you break
But
the amulet?
Yes.
Okay. The 3 of you appear outside of the cube, next to the original 2 of you guys getting ready to break open the cube. So now there are 2 duplicates of you guys.
What the fuck?
There is like the original yous and you guys here. And before you can say anything, you must now choose between either picking the original form or this new form.
The new one.
Count of 3. So 1 or 2 on your fingers on the count of 3. All right.
What's 1 and what's 2?
1 is the original. 2 is the new
Gotcha.
one. So count of 3. 1, 2, 3. All right. You guys are all okay. So then your your consciousness is your new body, right?
Okay.
So you guys see the original bodies. The 2 people who did not go into the cube. Now you see duplicates of your fellow party members. Right now, like you just stare down of duplicate people, like identical beings.
What the fuck?
Do then our old bodies go into the cube? Or what happens?
I don't know. You might have to talk about this.
Um...
Now that we've decided on this, let's talk about this. There are 2 sets of characters now. Actually, no, technically there's 3 sets of characters. There's one that's trapped and that's going to die of thirst inside that cube.
Oh, gosh. Good that we didn't pick that one.
Every time you break that amulet, it basically makes a copy of you.
Jesus.
At that
All
moment.
Oh, wow.
So you copied yourself into the cube, and then copied yourself out of the cube. So there is still you inside of that cube right now, who are getting ready to break the amulet.
Well, I mean, right? If we know that,
Yeah.
if we realize that, then I'm like, don't go in the cube.
Well, it's too...
Now you get the not for the faint of heart.
Yeah.
Give thanks and praise. We can now serve the Lord twice as much.
All you're playing the clone of the cleric, right?
Right.
You actually lose all experience points. Your faith in the nature of the soul is shaken, and you must relearn a great deal as they reevaluate your place in the world.
So this happens, and I get out of the cube, and I'm just like, man,
Oh.
F God. What is this all? Is this even real?
There is
God,
no,
are you there?
there is no longer, kinda like now you see yourself again, and the revelation that you just made, like there's another copy of you, like
That's cool.
you, like 100% you, like they're looking at you, being like your original copies, being like that's me, like flesh for flesh. This is you, identical. What does that mean for a soul?
It means the Lord works in strange and mysterious ways.
That means, hey, Britt, you know that dream that you had about yourself?
The pale lady like puts her head in like through like the like she like opens the door and puts her head in. It's like not for the faint of heart. And just, like closes it away.
Well, all right.
What do you?
So, let's leave. We got what we came for, right?
Yeah, this is like
I mean, this is fucked up and everything, but
we
we
have
got what
to
we
work.
came for. Let's leave.
The
And
miraculous.
I just basically got a new sister, who's me. We're twinsies, it's fine.
This is off-putting. I mean, if you ever like, this is a one-shot, so it's fine. But mechanically, if you travel with your clone, you can't earn experience points.
Oh,
It's
interesting.
so off-putting that you're like with yourself.
It's like a doppelganger
Yeah.
from old. Okay.
Only it's not a doppelganger. It's literally you.
Yeah.
It's verbatim you.
All right.
It's
no,
you
let's
exactly
go, man.
as you were before you went into the cube. Like right
Listen.
before you broke like up to the moment you broke that amulet. That is you.
I'm a
Okay.
level 2 fighter. I know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, yeah. Now you're,
Same
but
here,
only now you're more
level two
badass. You're like, yeah, I don't give a fuck.
Okay. So I think Berthelm looks over and looks at both groups, and then he looks over at the ones from before. He says, "So should I go in? What happened?"
No, don't do it. Let's
Let's just get out of here.
just go.
You don't want to go in there.
But what did you see? What happened? Why are there two of you?
I don't really want to get into it right now.
There's two of her too. There's a dead one
Well,
in there. If you go
yeah.
in, you might die.
Well, you will die, but you also won't. Because you'll be out here.
Yeah, like
That
this
doesn't
is.
make sense.
Yep.
You'll literally kill someone if you go in.
Rooster Castile, my boy Rooster, puts it perfectly. It's like the Prestige.
Yeah, exactly. I was thinking the exact same thing. Basically, the inside of their
Yep.
water tank. So, yeah, I think Britt's just like, yeah, you're gonna die if you go in there. I mean, you'll come out, but you'll also die. And I mean, I don't want to die, but I'm gonna die in there. Can we just go? I mean, we got the words for the people. Let's just go. Let's just get Fabian and go.
Yeah.
Look, this is weird.
Yeah.
Got you. We've got other you. What are original us doing?
That's a
How
good
did they
question.
respond?
They look at like they
They're
probably
echoing our
horrific.
sentiments.
It probably takes a little bit for them to realize what happened.
Yeah.
Unless you guys explain it, right? Which you kind of did.
Yeah, kind of.
So they're just like, oh shit.
Yeah.
Well,
pretty-
they can. So like that.
Good thing we're not
Well,
idiots.
well, shit is like well, shit is probably the correct answer. One, you realize that you, as you are, can never know what's in that what's in that cube, right?
right.
That's-
Because
You the original you can never know what's in that cube. Like you are finite, you cannot know what's in there.
I mean, at this point, what is an original? Like,
Yeah.
what does it even matter?
so
Yeah,
there's
like,
the ones
that's-
with the knowledge of the inside of the cube, and then there's the ones without.
And that's how the Pale Lady broke the ability is breaking up the continuity of living. is you make another you inside of there that's identical, and then another you to get out.
With all the half amulets, Rooster. Come on. Now you're thinking like an adventure. But like, I'm kind of for serious. Like, this is super fucked up, but we should leave because
Yeah, we can deal with
maybe she'll turn us into like rabbits if we hang out here.
we can deal with the mental
No,
fallout.
the pale lady is nowhere to be found.
All the more reason to get
No, you actually you see that you hear her in the distance, like in labor.
Oh God, we need to go.
It's
We
time
need to get
leave.
out.
Myself, I will teach you the words if possible later.
So are you gonna leave?
Yeah.
We're gonna head towards
Like
the door.
just fucking go straight door, go out.
Pretty much, yeah.
Are you gonna do anything with the slaves?
Britt doesn't care, but I think Britt wants to go near the window to try to signal Fabienne that
Yeah,
we're...
like what the hell has Fabienne done during this?
I don't think she's done jack shit. I think she's just been waiting for
Oh
the
yeah,
signal.
being like, I don't want to die, I don't want to die.
Yeah.
And so you guys are gonna go around the building and be like, let's go.
I mean,
What does Fabienne do when she sees duplicates of all her party members? Or excuse me, not all of them, but 2 of them.
yeah, there's basically 3 extra
3,
people.
yeah.
Probably think she's been near that sweet-smelling honey for too long. That would probably be her initial thought. Like, man, I am tripping on something. I don't know. I think, like, at this point, there's urgency in the air. They're like, we need to go now.
Yeah.
She's just like, what the fuck?
No
I don't
time
know.
to
We need
explain.
go.
No time to explain.
Exactly.
Let's go.
I am you from the future.
Screw this Earth. Let's go.
Yeah, exactly.
Um.
And Fabienne's just like, okay, let's get out of here. I've been waiting in this room for like an
So
hour
you
and a
guys.
half.
So you guys are just gonna go back to like. Are you gonna go back to the where you started? Like, are you gonna find the woods part and where you came in? Or are you just gonna go in the woods and find another way out?
Oh God.
Because like there's woods closer to you than where you started. If you want to leave right now.
I think we should follow the tracks because they were all like going to that spot, right?
Right. No, that's a good point. Obviously, the rabbits leave
Yeah.
at a spot.
The rabbits are all like watching you guys. They're not attacking you or anything. They're just like
Well, but like previous rabbits, they went out
Yeah.
at a point.
I
I
think
mean,
Get
I
back.
think it'd be better to, like, how long do we think it's going to take to get there is the question, because
you'll get there before midnight.
it took us an hour. It took us an hour to walk in
Yeah, an
to
hour,
get to the field, and then
maybe
we.
like an hour getting in and out, an hour of sex, like an hour getting back. It's
Yeah, like it's like 11.
yeah.
Yeah, like an hour.
okay, I think we should find a closer place. We have a day. We have till the end of the day. I don't want to be trapped here for a year.
If we run really fast.
Well, that's true. We were kind of like just following. Let's
That's
run.
true. You could half your time, I guess, by doing that. But you
Yeah, let's run back there.
You would be
All right, let's haul ass.
hustling.
Let's haul ass and then find out that like 6 months have passed here, so it's way.
So you guys go back there and you recite the words.
Yes.
Nothing happens.
Fuck.
Hold us. Recite the words.
Nothing happens.
Say them backwards.
You say them backwards.
Yeah.
It works. You guys get out. Fucking blind luck. Wow. Wow. No one asked how do you get out. No one asked this entire time. You didn't go to the library. You didn't do anything. I thought you guys were screwed, and you're like, just say it backwards.
We were 1 second away from me breaking it again just to see if we could get out.
Yeah. Oh yeah, the amulet. Let's be like, fuck it. Let's just do it. Army time.
Oh my gosh, I'm a seasoned adventurer. I got your back.
There could be hundreds of us all knowing the words.
Oh God, you're on your own, sister.
We'll come up with a great idea.
All right.
Oh God.
Well, I think. All right, then you make it back to the sister. Well, are you going? So you go out into the field, right? That field of yellow flowers. It's just like an hour there was an hour here, right?
Yeah. So I think Elizabeth will have a conversation with Elizabeth, in which they will
part ways.
I think they will agree that like the one with the knowledge should go back and the other one should leave to continue. I don't know, try and find something.
Forget about this.
Yeah, to serve the Lord somewhere else, because I think Sister Elizabeth, the clone, might be about to leave the faith.
Yeah.
But I think she might let Sister Elizabeth, the original, continue on with her life.
As well as you can, knowing that there's a clone of you that
Right.
lost its faith because of what happened.
Right, and that like she spends it as like it would just
And
confuse the faithful to have two of
a
us.
very similar thing, but it's more like practical of like, right, this is really fucked up, but like you go south, I go north, and let's just like draw the line here in fantasy land Europe, whatever.
Yeah, it's like
I think
It's like,
brofist. Let's go. Let's do this, brofist. And
Let's never run into each other again. 'Cause
I
that's
think-
fucked up shit.
I think Britt's really fascinated by the fact that she has a clone, and she's actually gonna like travel with her clone for a while and try to come to terms with it that way.
All right. Well, I guess you're gonna get used to lying to people saying you have an identical sister.
Yeah, we're twinsies.
All right.
Oh god.
Wow. So like, like damn. Oh, I realized I kept it on the Skype view this whole time, but it doesn't matter. Wow. That was
Well,
cool.
well done.
I was kind of impressed that you guys didn't spend more time talking about that revelation. You guys were like, "Oh yeah, okay."
Well, I mean, honestly, I think that like I got thrown by that. Like my faith is shaken and I can't keep doing because
Yeah.
it wasn't really in keeping with what my characterization with Elizabeth was in my mind.
Yeah,
I
I
had
know.
to figure out like, okay,
That's
I'm being told that she's not like that.
that's
so
as
what is she-
written. That's as written in the adventure.
Right. I figured as much.
But
And like for me, like I felt like I was already kind of familiar with the concept because I had seen the Prestige before, and
Yeah.
so I was like, oh, we're just making copies of ourselves like the Prestige, and one of us is gonna die
yeah.
like the Prestige. So I thought it was really cool, and there was that moment of like, oh crap, wait, what? Because I thought like at first we had gone back in time, like we came out before we went in,
Yeah.
but then their amulet was broken, and yeah. So.
I thought the same thing. I thought we were going back in time and we're about to see us enter. But no.
And then we had a chance to stop ourselves or something, but then they never went in, and it was just kind of like, oh wow.
Yeah,
I think-
Spike Mod's another good point. You're gonna why do you both have the same exact scar? We're very serious about being identical.
It's really
Yeah.
important to our shared identity.
So we can't actually give the words to the.
No, that's the thing. Well,
No, I don't think you can. You don't have an elf. That's the even sadder part. That's the saddest part is that you can't.
It's like from the beginning, we were
There's-
already from
already screwed.
from using pre-generated characters. It was already determined that we could not succeed. But
Well,
the Conrad gained a level.
yes.
That's like a victory.
Yeah,
And
he's
Brett.
fighter 2, right?
Yeah.
And
Brett is
Yep.
fighter level 2.
Barthelm got nothing.
Poor
But he
Barton.
also doesn't have a duplicate.
no, he kept. Well, I guess he doesn't get to keep his sanity either because he sees the ramifications of this.
Yeah, but if it happens to other people, it's not as bad as when it happens to you.
Yeah, he doesn't have like an identity crisis about it.
Yep.
I don't even know if Barthelm would like go with the originals or I don't even know if the party would, like, the clone party would stay together after this.
No.
Probably
I don't
not.
know.
Probably
Like,
not.
no, like, this is such a foundational, like, you know, assumption-crushing belief.
Yeah, you'd want to go somewhere where no one knew that you were a clone. Like, as much as possible, you'd want to forget it ever happened.
Well, I mean, maybe Fabian and Barthelm could stick together because they're not clones and they don't have clones.
But even then, they'd probably like all just split up in a like I know what you did last adventure.
And we're
Yeah,
never
like
gonna
this
talk
is this
about
is
it.
it. Like nobody's doing anything anymore. Like I'm out. Like, give me a farm and like a shovel and some seeds and I'll see you later. I'm done with this stuff.
Actually, no seeds.
Yeah, actually, oh yeah, no. Oh man, yeah, exactly. No white flowers.
Yeah, no flowers allowed. It's Valentine's Day? F that, no flowers.
No rabbits. No rabbits. So yeah, you're late. Everyone's lives are miserable. That's Lamentations of the Flame Princess in a nutshell.
Yay.
I like that adventure a lot. That was a lot of
That was fun.
Look, we started with 6, we came home with 8. It's hard to win much better than that. That's
No, we came
And
home.
two
No, we
levels
didn't.
up.
We did not come home with 8.
Yeah, we did. Because we duplicated 3, but we lost 1.
Oh, that's right. We did duplicate 3. Aha! I thought it was even number. That's right. Classic Klaus.
at least he died too soon to have his like sanity broken.
So, yeah. Any more thoughts before we do outros?
I was surprised there wasn't any fighting. And I'm okay
Yeah.
with that. But
We-
I was expecting
You
more.
could have killed the rabbits. The rabbits
But we
aren't
didn't
dangerous.
have to, and that was
Well-
cool.
Well, they are dangerous, but
We could have killed the rabbits, but like, how many rabbits could we have killed before we? I don't know.
We're overcome.
well, they
by
probably
rabbits.
would have like wanted to capture you and take you to the person anyways, right?
You gotta be lucky regardless, right? Because like
Yeah.
you get hit solidly once and you're just dead.
Yeah, yeah.
So even one rabbit could, you know, with bad luck, take us all out. But do you have like a reaction adjust thing on like your end, Eric?
Did I do what?
Did you have like a reaction adjust thing? Because we rolled like a d6 for a reaction, but the table's like from 2 to 12.
Yeah, I rolled a d6 as well.
Oh, okay, you rolled one too.
Yeah, I rolled a 4, and you got a 3, and we got a 7, which is indifferent.
All right.
So was there?
Because
Go
I
ahead.
wasn't sure if they were like supposed to be like angry with us or something
Oh,
too.
no. Well, then you played it off being like, what helped is also is that Klaus was the mage,
Yeah.
and being like, yo, let me visit you,
Yeah.
and they're like, whatever.
Sure. Fucking wizards coming in every time trying to have sex with the Pale Queen. God.
Yeah, I wanted to like tinker with a bunch of stuff, but things were going well. So just figured like, let's roll with it. We can sacrifice Klaus and get to our objective. Sure, why not?
Yeah.
But I think much like other versions of D&D, the game might be a little bit better suited for longer term play.
Yep.
I think-
this
I
one
just don't
shot
see
was
how
great.
this game could be long term. It's like, why would any character continue to like do anything given like the situation at hand, right?
Yeah.
Right.
Like the world is so messed up. Why would I do anything?
You get this thing like in what West Marches does, right? Where Stephen was just like, no, like if you want to be a farmer, you're gonna be like terrible at it. You could be miserable. You're gonna die of starvation because you can't farm.
I'll take starvation over weird clone metaphysics, man.
All you can do in your life is pick up a sword and go fight some shit in some dungeons, right?
Yeah.
Like,
See, I can almost see like the characters being a little more resistant to insane, mind-boggling bullshit, just because you'd have to be a little unhinged to do this in the first place.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
That's
you can't-
fair.
You can't be right in the head to go through with everything that we did.
Like the fact that we went to another world, basically, that's already something that's beyond us as non-adventuring normal human people. I feel like.
But a lot of in the class description, it explicitly says like that you guys are, you know, as adventurers, we're weirdos, right? Fighter doesn't know anything except how to fight.
How to
shit.
fight, yeah.
And like the only thing he knows is death, and the specialist is like, well, all of these other guys are doing it because they don't have a choice, but you do it because you really want to, because you're some kind of crazy guy that like go into death grab dungeons. So like I think the game supports it, but like I think it would fit better with a longer adventure. And like I said, this one shot was great, but
Yeah, it was really fun.
we really didn't explore all that much about the game.
No, we didn't.
And we didn't really get to, like, we don't have to deal with the ramifications of, or the consequences of our actions at all.
Yeah,
Yeah, which is...
That's part of why I think maybe we weren't so effed up by the having clones, because in the end it didn't really matter, because we knew that we were at the end.
Yeah, this would be more... I could definitely see this... Yeah.
if this was in a longer form, and you'd be like, alright, you will never be able to get XP as long as your clone exists, it would be like, well, we have to kill our clones now, right?
And
no,
now
no,
we
you
have
can
this
get XP. I don't think I made it clear
you
enough.
can't travel together.
The emphasis was traveling together.
I mean, yeah, sure, but if you kill them, you will never travel together.
And also you get their loot.
And you get
Two of my favorite crucifix.
Is that murder or is it suicide?
Yes.
yes.
So it's a murder-suicide.
Yeah.
See, it might not have been as bad for you guys, but if I had like a level 3 cleric and I came out of that monument and Eric was just like, yeah, so you just lost all your spells experience, I'd just be like, well, F it, I'm rolling a fighter.
Do you want to play my
Yeah.
clone? You can play my clone, that's okay.
No, it's good. I like the game a lot. It's
So are there,
I like the adventure. I didn't really care much for the rules.
are there any rules for like insanity or anything like that?
No,
No,
not
it's
at all.
more like I just tell you what it is.
Okay.
The game is very much like I just like either the adventure or the rules are just like this happens to you.
Yeah, it kind of seems like a game where like you can try and make rolls, which you will almost certainly fail without luck or a lot of help, and then things happen to you, and you have very little control over what happens once you've gotten to that point, and you might just die.
Yeah, it's very much like the game itself and like the very first page, like it has like the like very strong like rule 0, like I'm the GM, I'm final say for everything ever, that kind of stuff, right? And I'm okay. I'm not really interested in that kind of stuff.
yeah.
I mean, it also granted it does give you the caveat of hey, you can't just go overboard because your players will just leave you. It does give you that rule, like following that.
It's like, why is this?
But it's like, man, I don't. Yeah, it's like I don't. Okay.
And you'd need buy-in from the players to begin with.
Yeah.
Like if I just brought this to my players one night, it's like, guys, I'm really excited about this game. I want you to give it a shot. And then they made one roll, and I was like, okay, you died. You were aged into a million bajillion years, and you died. They would just quit. Like,
What would you do? What would you do if this was a 5th edition adventure? What if this was a later edition D&D?
I'd fight those rabbit men for experience,
Right?
obviously.
Yeah. Right? Like that's yeah.
I
So
wouldn't
that
play it.
this
Don't
game
play
does
Buffy.
this game does have that going for it. Yeah.
Because I went into this the way I approach a lot of these things, where it's like you want to make as few rolls as you possibly can. But the difficulty with this game is that if you don't resist the game, you die. Like, the natural consequence of everything that happens in the game is death or madness.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
absolutely true.
And I guess it's fair for you to say that it wasn't really the game that was all that great, and it was more the module and playing it with you guys.
Yeah, like the story was good, and I definitely had a lot of fun, like with like Eric's descriptions and like the whole atmosphere of everything. But the rules didn't really add anything, in my opinion.
Yeah.
I think the most I can say about the rules is that they, for the most part, stayed out of the way. Like,
That's true.
hurt things.
Yeah.
Like, they came up when we needed to resolve whether or not something we wanted happened.
Like
And
you're,
they didn't,
yeah. Sorry.
they didn't really poke their head out besides that, so at the very least, it didn't make it worse.
Yeah, I agree with you, but like the game also could have worked perfectly, like for tonight's purposes, if I would have been like, you want to like stink up to that window, flip a coin.
Yeah, that's
Like,
true.
Totally.
It would have been no difference.
Well, it would have been kind of different because for
Yeah,
everybody
you have a
else,
higher
you would have a
likeliness
better
to
chance.
succeed. Actually, you would succeed more often.
Yeah, that was like knowing that no matter what, there was like, a 1 in 6,000 chance of all of us making it into the windows on Steam. It's just
Yeah.
like the numbers are just staring up at the sheet. Like, no, you can't. You won't.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, guys.
And
Yeah.
the whole thing with the Queen with Klaus, it was all on just what I said. Like there was no reaction things that, or at least that I'm aware of. We couldn't steer it at all. It was just like, did you say the right thing? You did it. And it was like,
This was just mostly just role playing, right?
sure. Yeah.
But like, so Categorize in chat brings up a really good point, man. They bring up the rules themselves aren't much to look at, but most of the weirdness in Lamentations comes from the modules, and that's absolutely true.
Yeah.
The reason why I think Lamentations is a fantastic like inspirational thing. That's why I asked like, what would it look like if we did this in 5th edition, or like what if we did this in something else? I immediately jumped to like Dungeon World and what it would look like.
Yeah, my thought was definitely more like a story game thing because I feel like the setting was really strong and like the atmosphere in the modules and then like the characterization was really good.
Yeah.
But like again, the rules just didn't feel like they mattered that much, and so if they don't matter, let's just get rid of them.
No, but then the other part of like doing this in Dungeon World, then you would have a much greater hand in what's going on.
That's true
Which is
because
also definitely what you don't have.
This is what
because things are getting fucked.
it's so funny because this is not the first time this has come up with people I've talked to about this. I think there's like a demand for Dungeon World where the player GM like creative authority is just maybe just the dial is turned just a little bit more to the GM, just a little bit more
Yeah,
in terms
'cause
of
I
like
guess-
discern realities and that kind of stuff. It's like the GM has more control over it. But like that's like the one like a lot of people want that game. A lot of people.
I have to agree with that just from GMing my own Dungeon World game and feeling like I don't have as much control over the story as I'd like.
Yeah.
So I'm with you on that.
I mean, for me, it's mostly because like I grew up. I came in actually pretty late playing tabletop RPGs, but like in older ones, right? I started with the 3rd edition, and that's like everything's with the GM. You just play your guy, you get what's on your character sheet, and that's it.
Yeah.
And I think a lot of people are still like coming out of that. So
Yeah.
I'm not sure if it's a thing about Dungeon World or if it's just a thing about people not being used to having all that much creative input as a player or not having as much creative authority.
I think it's just a different game. Like Dungeon World, you have so much creative input. You can just create things, and it's part of the world. Like you world build together and whatever. And sometimes it's kind of nice to have that as a player, to not have all that control and just kind of step back a little bit and have more to explore rather than as much to create. It's just a different game, in my opinion.
Yeah, I mean, I'm mostly GM like outside of this channel, and sometimes my players will even say to me, because we play a lot of Blades, and they'll just be like, "Look, Brad, can you just like tell us what's going on? Like, can you take back some narrative control for a little bit? Like, it's been a long week." And
Yeah, but like, isn't it funny because like it's a game that's able to be fluid in that would be super strong, right? And I think Blades does that well, does it?
right, yeah, I feel like it always does.
Yeah, and it makes sense because I mean sometimes when you're a GM, you're tired and you're like, man, I just want you guys to like just do whatever you like, be more active. And I'll just
That's
and
part of why
I
I'm
as a GM,
GMing
I will be the reactive party. right? Yeah, and I can just play passively and listen and change things around.
That's totally the reason I chose to GM Dungeon World, because I'm so busy. I'm like, I don't want to have to do
Deal
this.
with
for
shit.
you. Yeah, so like, you know what, you guys just do stuff, and then I'll make moves in response to that, and I'll just kind of otherwise just sit here. You guys just play. So yeah.
But I think this game in particular, as my final thought on it, is that it would be amazing to write modules for. Like, if you're a nerd about building stuff, then this game would be amazing for that. Like, you make maps, you make the monsters, you have like rollable tables of what's in what level, and you come up with freaky shit at the end. Like, this game would be amazing for that. And then you could sell it to all the other people that love this game.
Okay. Well, let's do some outros, guys, because that's it then. Well, first off, thank you guys so much for coming on here tonight. I really appreciate you guys as guests. I really appreciate everybody in chat here who hung around and hung out with us. And it's part of why Undying is so fun. Yeah, dude, Rooster. It's not that I don't want to play Undying. It's just that I want to play Undying. I was going to this one time with the first Sterling, but like it didn't pan out for some reason. He had an emergency. He had a family emergency. So like,
Oh gosh.
yeah, like Undying is something I want to do. Like that's on the table for sure. It's just right now my schedule's super busy. So, anyways, Paul, let's do some outros, man. Thank you so much for coming on. How can people find you on the internet? What do you do?
On the internet, I watch too much Twitch, and I'm in the chat room as Leafington. You can find me on Twitter at Leafington, as written somewhere. Where I mostly have bad jokes and pictures that I drew. And that's kind of it. Like, I keep being like, oh, maybe I should stream one day, but I just never do.
Oh.
You should stream one day.
You should stream one day.
One day. And Astaini.
So, hi, I'm Michelle, also known as Astaini on the internet. You can find me on my Twitch channel at twitch.tv/Astaini. I also have a Twitter where I post about doing Twitch stuff, twitter.com/whatever/Astaini. Or you can find me on my YouTube. I do 2 shows. I GM a Dungeon World game on Wednesdays, every other Wednesday. And on Sundays, I play board games on stream, and it's fun.
I can verify. It's super good.
Yeah, you should catch the VOD of Eric and me and Kelsa and everybody else playing One Night Ultimate Werewolf. We did that last night. Oh my gosh, it was so much fun.
Yeah, it was excellent. So awesome! Thank you so much. And Brad.
Hi everyone, I'm Brad. In chat, I'm Lapis Lapan. You can't really find me much of anywhere on the internet. You can follow me on Twitter, but I do not stream and I don't do anything on Twitch. Maybe one day, like Livingston, but probably not. But it's always great to be on the show. It's great to have people out here talking in chat. I have a blast every time I'm on Eric's stream. And this is pretty much most where you can catch me, whether I'm being a ex-community college campus security officer last week, played Inspectors, which is the best, and you should check out that VOD. Or having awful things happen to my clerics tonight. But yeah, thanks for coming out. Thanks for having me, Eric. I'll see you guys later.
Yeah, thank you guys so much. And I've been your host and facilitator and GM tonight. I'm Eric. I'm EricVulgaris. Come check us out this Wednesday. I'll be doing more Once Upon a Game, where we're playing House of Reeds, which is not spooky. It might be spooky. I've played it spooky before, and it's really good. It's just about a house and a family, and what that actually means. Like, what is a home, and what is a family? And it's a lot of scene telling, over time, storytelling, like player introspection kind of stuff. It's super fun. I hope we can do this, and I hope it's a really good time. I think it is. It's Kelsa's favorite game. Following of which, this Saturday is my Inspectors game. I'm playing Inspectors with a bunch of people from the One Shot podcast network. Yeah, I'm playing with Megan from Meglish on Twitter, who does Modifier. I'm playing with Alex Roberts, who does backstory podcast. I'm playing with Hannah Schaefer, who does who's like actually a game designer. So that's really cool. You should check out her games. And then I'm also playing with Darcy L. Ross, who is like a very like common GM person who comes on One Shot and other like podcasty games, and like super into like women GMing, stuff like that. So I'm super awesome to have all of these cool ladies come out and join us. So it's gonna be a lot of fun. Inspector's a lot of fun. To get hyped up for that, I would definitely watch the VOD with Brad and I. And a few others. Our Parks and Rec meets Ghostbusters is what it was.
Okay.
It was amazing, and as well. One more announcement this Sunday. This Sunday I'm playing the Sprawl with Adam Coble, John Harper, Stephen Lumpkin, and Arthur AP Gaming Real. So that's going to be a really, really fun time. That's Cyberpunk powered by the Apocalypse, and yeah. I can't wait. So
I will probably be modding in chat for that.
Yeah,
I'm really looking forward to it.
Are you nervous yet, Eric?
I was so nervous when everyone said yes, but now I'm just like, I can do this. I can do this. I can do this. I don't know. Am I gonna be like? I don't know. Let's see. I want to do a prep stream, maybe like Friday or Saturday night. Like go over a little bit of like what people have emailed me, and like just show a little bit of what I do going into a one shot. Because I feel like that might be useful for people to see, especially if they like want to do one shots themselves and kind of. I don't know. But I'll let you guys know about that on Twitter. Because I'm still kind of like I still need to get a little bit more groundwork from our players before I can really like prep. But that'll be done this week. So. Awesome, guys. So thank you so much. I'm sorry I just talked your ear off for like 10 minutes about the stuff going on. So, but
That's
thank you guys.
stuff,
Yeah. Thank you guys so much. Thank you so much. Caterize and Rooster and everybody who came out tonight. I want to thank Verlum, Werludis, and Chiasak as well for showing up and giving me follows tonight. Super, super awesome. And John Harper for translating our Irish/Scottish portal language. So thank you guys. That's awesome. So. That's it for us tonight. This has been Season 2, Episode 32 of Once Upon a Game. Good night, and hopefully I'll see you guys around. So take care. Bye.
Bye.